Apothecary Diaries, Season 2, Episode 23. Getting close to the end here. Now we can go nuts on them. And remember, we're not killing anyone. We're taking prisoners so that the Emperor can kill them later. We get to be kind-hearted and still kill them. Oh yeah, they got the Faifas. They got a reload though. Yeah, these are the old guns. Old Faifas, they don't really work that well. They got a lot of downsides. I feel like a lot of people must have been super blindsided here. This guy kind of looks like Shisho. You're already dead. For the nation. It's very specific. We didn't even get to for the good of the nation, as vague as that is. It's just for the nation. And here he is. He maybe complete his case. I mean, it won't save him, but maybe we'll get to see some of that tacticianing we've heard so much about but haven't seen yet. Maybe he can save his men. This is a new one. Yeah, he looks awfully confident. Alright, I've seen a lot of things from Jinshi. I've seen this man fall off a waterfall 50 meters into a cave and not have a scratch on him. But I think this takes it. I think blocking a bullet with your sword. And Mao still doesn't like him. What will it take, you know? I was thinking after the last episode, if this doesn't do it, if Mao doesn't take an interest in you now, you just gotta hang it up. Like, that's it. You should probably just move on. There's a lot of ladies in the palace. Way too many ladies. Like, you literally rescue her in person, having sieged a fortress for her. And she's like, oh, hey, Jinshi, but is Shisui okay? It's great that you saved me and all. You can't actionate other people's love for you. As infuriating and sad as that is sometimes. She's just not that into you, man. Also, like, Shisho had it all planned out. What he never anticipated was Jinshi able to block his sword with his bullet. The fatal mistake you made, Shisho. What a fool you are. Okay, he'll live. It's the latest model. Can fire without a match. Yep. So you were behind it directly, okay? I'll take this as a confession. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe not. I'm waiting for the like tactical Tanuki mind thing. Putting aside what people are telling us about Shisho, what I've seen of Shisho so far is that he's a little bit over the hill and he's beholden to his wife, who he feels guilt-laden about. He's got a little bit of a soft spot and he's loyal even when loyalty is perhaps not deserved. I mean, this is both his relationship with the previous emperor, it seems, and his wife. And he seems forlorn about this whole thing. Maybe this is actually a gambit to take this on his shoulders and his neck and spare however many people he's able to spare. Don't tell me he planned for Jinshi to block the bullet. Okay, yeah, maybe. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, okay. Speaking of not into you, sad that he loved her to the end. It was all right in front of her this whole time. Just picked the wrong woman, maybe. This is disturbing. This feels like relief though. This went the way he wanted it to, right? That's why he's laughing. Obvious, sort of obvious. Right? Episode 47, the Shi Clan, Shi Clan. I think we need to lay down the hammer on Shenmei. Look out for mirrors. Oh god, the realization that that's the closet that Suiren spent a lot of her time in. She could have. This is the worst kept secret. This is pretty brave, walking backwards with a gun. Just one mistake, one slip. Though, like, we know her balance is good because she's a concubine of the Emperor. The Emperor would never have taken her if she was prone to falling. That's like his one requirement. That and boobs are his only requirements. Loulan never falls. I blocked a bullet with my sword. She led him right to her. We've heard, yeah. That's starting the story a little bit late. Like, she also did a whole bunch of metal work. She was a victim. Oh, that struck a nerve, and Loulan knows that. She knows the weakness, the strings to pull. Wait, okay, so she didn't react to, like, the implication that she would hate Jinchi because he looks like the previous emperor, but she had a huge reaction to the idea that she was, like, passed aside because she's fugly. So if I'm getting this straight, maybe she experienced this twice. Once when the emperor passed on her, and then once when she got home. Maybe that's the full-on, like, descent into whatever this is. I think that also ties into her attempt at dominating these younger women in, like, these sex parties or whatever. You know, keep you under my thumb where I can see you, sort of ruin your life type thing. Keep your friends close and the women you're jealous of closer. I mean, like, I wouldn't take it personally. I don't imagine the emperor visited any of his concubines that were of age. That's a him problem. Speaking of, he's just not that into you.
先帝は母親に逆らえぬ暗愚な皇帝でした。そのため母親こそが実質的な最高権力者で、陰で女帝と呼ばれていました。
Sort of like Shisho, actually.
高級に入るって本当なのか？
ええ、上級妃
Oh,
としてぜひにと。
she wanted to go. She thought it was an honor.
わからない？これは後期なのよ。
Oh, yeah, she's just off. She's off.
皇后の座も夢ではないわ。
She's not the one for you, man. It's hard for me to even, like, summon that much sympathy for him. Like, you just picked the wrong person and you just... I mean, it's not that it's not relatable. In fact, maybe the issue here is that it's too relatable in a way that I can't support. But, like, she's just not worth all that, you know? This is a twist of his positive qualities. If they're even that. They're, like, potentially positive qualities if they're coming from the right place. If they're not, there's nothing that noble about it. It's just, like, obsession, extreme fixation, maybe neediness or whatever, masquerading as love. I think it would only hit that chord of, like, that's true love. If there was just something he really, really loved about Shenmei. But let's be real. What is there to love? I find that a little bit hard to believe. Let's be honest. She was hot. She was hot and she still got fixated. Again, like, relatable. Can't throw stones. But not ideal, man. It's not for you. And you died for it. And you thought about her at the end. At the expense of your daughters. She's still the real villain of the story. Even if he's innocent, if you know what I mean.
こんな汚の地の領主の妻で終わってたまるものですか。
Oof.
シェンメイ
She's for the pavilion.
娘を人質に取られては何もできぬと。
人
It was a
質。
political maneuver.
王冠の娘を妃と称して人質に取ることはよくあることでしょう。
It makes you wonder about who's currently in that situation.
地球がこれだけ大きくなった理由をご存知ですか？
師匠が女帝をそそのかしたと話に聞く。
Why?
新しい公共事業として高級の拡大を提言したそうです。奴隷交易に代わる。
Okay, you're eliminating slavery.
娘を人質に取られた死の一族は家業であった奴隷交易を縮小せざるを得
Oh,
ま
so it
せん。
wasn't actually for magnanimous reasons. It was just to ruin their business. That's terrible. Shame on me for believing that there could be good intentions there.
残った奴隷たちの行く先として高級を利用してはいかがですか？若い娘は下女や女官に、男は宦官として入れるのです。
I wonder what they would pick if given the option.
娘を売った家族も他国に売られるより高級に預けられる方が罪悪感も減るな。
That's great. Let's help them.
誰にとっても益になる話かと。
Yes, everyone, except for the eunuchs and women, you know. When you say everyone, again with these words that don't really mean much. By everyone, I mean me, the genius tanuki at work.
お母様も難儀ですよね。こんなに
Did
な
all
るくら
that
いなら、あの時逃げ
for
出していれ
you
ば
who
よかった
didn't
の
want to
に。
be there.
一体どうやって。
抜け道を作った。
He built it.
私と逃げないか。
You're ruining my whole thing.
君が望むなら一緒に逃げよ
Oh, man, this is sort of embarrassing. She walked herself here.
う。君を諦められなかった。
It's just romantic for the wrong woman.
いいの？私で。
もちろんだ。
No! Well, there was a... Oh?
あの方が次女の逮捕に先を越された状況。
My fault for believing again.
ふざけないで。この私に恥をかいたまま逃げろというの？
違う。
She's too far gone. She worshipped the wrong gods. It's so crazy to think about, too. That, like, the thing she's afraid of is the opinions of other concubines. Like, it's not that that's not very realistic. I mean, it's painfully real. But it's crazy how the deepest of fears and anxieties like this just crumble on the slightest modicum of scrutiny. But for some reason, it's not that common or easy to scrutinize. And I wonder about that. I wonder if there isn't some sort of addictive quality to it. You know, like we get something out of it. We get something out of the game or the fears, or it's the mental or emotional equivalent of you're drowning and I throw you you a life raft and you're like, how dare you? I'd much rather drown. It's like, okay, it's the wrong game. The reality of this is that there probably would be talk for like a day, and then people would move on to the next juicy topic, and then nobody would think about it. Or let's just say, for argument's sake, everyone does talk about it forever. Who cares? They win, and so, I mean, speaking of wardens and self-prisons and all that, they're all essentially still slaves. They're sex slaves.
父様が倒れてすぐに家督を継ぎ、この女の母親などめとった男を。
Maybe she can have some regrets in the end. Maybe she can realize her errors.
これを身につけられる者はキリンの一生と同じく皇帝の血を引く者。
嘘よ。先帝は認めていなかったはず。
That means it can't be true.
皇宮から追い出した赤子のことが真
Seems like he did have some reckoning at the end there.
お母様の次女と先帝の間にできた娘を妻に迎えました。やがて二人の間には子が生まれました。
Yeah, I keep like getting confused about this because of the generation thing. But yeah, she is Shisho's daughter and Loulan's half-sister.
上級妃のシェンメイを可視していただけませんか。
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
お母様は下賜されたの
He
です。
saved your life. Now that you deserved it.
先帝は愚かな男だ。
A lot of foolish things happening in this story.
でたらめを言わないで。
でたらめですか？
You just don't like hearing
ずっ
it.
とお父様はお母様のためにやってきたのに、破滅しかない最後だと分かっていたのに。
I don't know. I feel like maybe this is one of those cases where some of this at least could have been solved by some communication. Though then again, from what we've seen of her, maybe not. There I go, just like Loulan thinking there's a solution here. You can appeal to their better nature. Don't tell me that Shisho did all that to save her. He took the fall because it was her plan.
ここにジンシ様がいる理由もわからないのですか？
Where's Mao Mao?
あの男は自分の権力が欲しかっただけ。
Wow.
私をめとったのも。
Projecting it much.
彼らは賄賂や横領を繰り返し、苦言を呈するまともな者は追い出され、残るは海ばかり。
That's how that goes, yeah. Sort of famously, I think, right? People in high positions often end up surrounded by sycophants. And it's like, why did this person think this was a good idea? And it's like, oh, it's because everyone around them told them it was a good idea. Because everything they do is a good idea. I've been around this a lot. And also there are various degrees of severity to this based on culture. But yeah, sometimes you hear it, you know, like everything is answered with, yes, that's great. Yes, that's right. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And then you're like, how did it get that way? But then you say no and the person gets angry. Or they tell you that your no is a no. You're wrong for disagreeing. So it's like, I guess I'm just not going to do that anymore. I just work here. You can think whatever you want. Or you get sick of it and leave.
お父様は自ら国賊を演じることで、死の一族の海もろとも破滅するつもりだったのです。
There it is. There's his scheme.
タヌキって本当は臆病な生き物なのです。だからこそ懸命に相手を化かそうとするんです。
Uh-huh.
話が本当ならば、高級の拡張と国庫の横領は分けて考える。
So they're all here in the fortress, right? Is that the idea?
うまくいく確証はあったのか。
うまくいかなければそのまま国を取ってしまえばいいのです。それで傾く国ならいっそない方がいい。
This is sort of a gamble, though, right? Because it just depends on what the emperor thinks. If he either doesn't believe, there's a potential pathway here depending on who he is, where he's like, I don't care, just kill all the Shi Clan. We're gambling on people's better natures, which, in my experience, not least of all this episode, is a mistake.
お前はあの男と一緒にずっと私を騙していたのか。
I guess we're letting you do it.
私はお母様の言う通りにやってきただけ。
Right, yeah, she's been seething with hatred this whole time.
還元を吐くアホばかりを囲ってキング
If it's that weak, it doesn't deserve to exist.
ほら、へい。
Oh, we're like closed fist now.
そのためにこれを
Watch
作
it
らせたの
backfire
で
or
はないか。
something.
お母様の手には余ります。
This is one of those new models.
まるで小物なんですもの。
That's the biggest insult you could give to her. What just happened? I think maybe she planned something. I don't think Loulan just got shot. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
お父様の意図を組んだらこんな真似できるわけないのに。
Yeah, he died thinking that she was gonna
強い
live.
ものをしていたのか。
新型は構造が複雑
It is the new model.
人
But
種
we
様
tampered
が
with it. It's the new
奪おう
model.
とは思わなかったのですか？
He would have finished himself. It's a weird test there.
ずっとお母様を待ち続けていたんですよ。
I don't think she really cares.
涙をこぼしてくれたら私だってこんなこと。
I don't think Shisho's innocent in this. I'm not prepared to say like he's a victim, you know? He made terrible choices. It's hard for me to even find it particularly romantic. It just seems like weird complexes and delusions.
もっと違う方法はなかったの。
If only you'd been able to open up to Mao Mao about this, she could have thought of a plan.
二つ願いを聞いていただけますか？
なんだ。
ありがとうございます。
I didn't say I'll grant them.
一族でまともな思考の者は母に追放され名を捨てております。姉もまた同じようなものです。その者たちは一度死んだ者として見逃していただけませんでしょうか？
I guess that's the best you can hope for.
ありがとうございます。
Well, okay. I wasn't in a firm agreement. Huh? What the hell are you doing? Why? I didn't say yes.
これが私にできる精一杯なんです。
What was it for, though?
私もお父様以上の役者になれるかしら。
Wow, so dramatic. And she just gets to walk out? Oh, I guess not. There's nowhere to go. We get another roof dance, but this is way sadder, I guess. This is not a celebration. We have a dance for someone's mother being saved, and then a dance on the roof for another woman's mother who there was no saving. You can stop her. You can go grab her. She's just over there dancing. We can't interrupt the dance. The dance has already begun. There's nothing we can do. Our hands are tied. Okay, there's the relief from her, unless she's acting. Oh my god! She just got shot? I guess we're not taking prisoners for her. She's still going.
止めればよかっただろうか。いや、できなかった。
Maybe you could have.
壊すことなんてできない。
He really is like, my hands are tied. She's dancing, nothing I can do now. And the sun is rising. Now she runs. Also, what happens to Suiren now? Oof.
それがローランを見た。
Wait, what about the body? You should check the body. No body, no death. I don't make the rules. That's just how that goes. Especially because this is the family of tricks and mirrors and sleight of hand stuff and Capcom metal puzzles. Maybe her glee is that she knows she's going to escape. Her clothes were pretty loose. Some slight skepticism about her death aside. I guess two burning questions from this. One is like, I'm almost certainly missing this. What exactly are Suiren's motivations here? She hated her stepmother. What was she doing trying to kill Jinchi? And two, why did Loulan scratch Jinchi's face? Where's Mao Mao?
体が重い。
It's a big day.
ここ数日
Yeah, it's been wild. Oh, he's anxious about her.
どこにいる？
I gotta go see her.
あまり近づ
Oh my god, I hope this goes well. I don't know.
何も言えないでしょう。
I guess now's not a good time.
ひどい姿だな。
Yeah.
あなた様もです。
Right, you want to talk.
部下が罰を受けるのは分かっていた。
What? Why?
ローランの願いを受け入れてしまった。
And why did she... I'm so confused.
軍師殿がここにいなくて正解だったな。
Where is he? Oh, he broke his back in his agitation about Mao Mao. Well, I think we know who won in the comparison of Loulan and Shisho. What the hell is that?
何をやっているのでしょうか。
Touching your face again. But this time it's out of concern and not creepiness.
あれは
No idea. Wow, that was a wild arc. Which I'm guessing we'll get the epilogue on next time and more. It feels like there's another impact coming. You know, like, there's still some things that don't seem quite right or don't add up. We've gotten a lot of it. We've gotten the Loulan Shisui thing, why she was there, what she was really doing, the two sides to her agenda, who was behind a lot of this plot. There's still some unknowns, I think, or just things I haven't pieced together yet. Like, what was the role of the Western girls? I'm a little bit confused about Suiren, where she fits in all this. This show overall is just so packed with details. Even getting it sometimes, it's hard to hold it all at once. I feel a little bit like upset after this episode. Not quite right. It wasn't clean. Shizo was built up as like this genius. I don't know, man. He's sort of unlikable for me, given what we've seen. I have to think about it because I could be misinterpreting it, but just the way it hits me at first glance, I feel like his actions on the surface look noble, but actually are pretty hollow and weak and pointless. Maybe part of it is the comparison where we were told he was amazing and what we saw was this. Meanwhile, what we saw from his competitor, Lacan, was taking an entire fortress with an avalanche, which is pretty amazing. I also feel weird about Shisui. I don't think she's great, even though it comes out like, oh, she's the force against this greater evil. Her being opposite to that is not the same thing as her being in a heroic category for me. She doesn't feel like a heroine. She still feels like a villain, even though there were some things she did that were really noble. Like the saving of the kids, just taking that at face value, and finally having the courage to stand up. It's haunting and it's tragedy, because we've seen that there was that sweetness in her. That's maybe who she could have been if it wasn't for this life and this mother, which isn't to say that she's innocent, but I just feel very poignantly the loss, you know, the waste. What was it all for? And like so much of this was because Shen Mei was self-conscious about what other ladies were going to say about her. It just feels heavy, but I'm glad Mao Mao's all right. I need some Shaolan in my life just to balance this out a little bit. I need some like warmth because man, this is dark.